Hmm. And I'm live. Okay, I'm back. A little bit pissed at this game, because it deleted someone. But I had a friend do a favor for me, and now I at least have her file back. And now I've backed up all their files. This game will not fuck with me. I will play this game with strange Tron zombie Sayori. My load games have been screwed over, so... Oh, no, wait, this is just page 2. Oh, let's load. File error. Characters Sayori.chur. The file is missing or corrupt. That is incorrect. I got the file back. It is not corrupt. Starting new game. Right. Hello, Iron Films. This game is... It thinks it's psychological horror. But it does not fuck with me. I fuck with it. Ugh. It's basically mostly a visual novel that I've been sort of doing voices for as I read through and play through, but one of the characters got deleted and now this is her... how she speaks, I think. E-O-C-N-N-H-I-U-M-U-A... It's called Corrupted Computer Speak. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and catch up to me. I'm gonna call her Plus Ugg from now on. Plus Ugg. Yep. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst because being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. One moment, I have to check something. Nope. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Cool, you're deleting someone's existence. I will screw you over. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Oh, not today, probably. And if I do it today, it'll probably be when I get home. So, let's see. Maybe around... Okay, just for info, I'm talking about Pacific Standard Time. So, probably around... 10... Yeah, probably like around 10 or 11 Pacific Standard Time. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ratha? Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while. Oh, sorry. I'm not doing her voice. It's been a week. Give me a break. Rafa? Monica? Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Yeah, game's psychological horror. And it thinks it can fuck with me. But I'm gonna fuck with it. Stupid game thinks it's psychological horror. It's not psychological horror. It's weak. It's weak! Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Don't you static at me. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Right. Screw you, Monica. You're in on the conspiracy, aren't you? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yes, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Rafa! By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Rafa. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh, well, thank you. Good to know that I'm more important than construction paper and markers. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I saw that. You're one of them, aren't you? Don't think I didn't see that. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. Ah. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Rafa. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Ugh. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Ah, here's my pencil. I don't think I recorded that bit down. First year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the Vice President. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Ratha in a classroom and he decided to come check out our club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great! Why don't you come sit down, Ratha? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across the room from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess, because I'm dumb and don't read books, apparently. I can't relate to the guy here. I read tons of books. Haha, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Ratha, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. One moment. Sorry about that. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Haha! I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a very brief moment. Ah, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing makes more than just takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Everyone, ... Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. ... Ah, I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ratha? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ratha. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one before the festival... ... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Ratha? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Ratha, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Ratha, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day of school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. This totally keeps feeling like a dating sim, but I'm assured that it's not. Which is good, because... fuck. Except, you think you're psychological horror. I'll show you. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Sure. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Well, that's dark. I'm gonna keep saving at these slots. Oh, so it wiped all my saves. Good job. There. Interesting. I can't help but notice that there's only 2 girls at the bottom this time, instead of the normal 3. Okay, what kind of poem do I want to write? Memories. Loud. I'm gonna stick to simple words. I think. Charm. Dance. Shit, there's no simple words here. Together. Laugh. Bed. Cry. Kiss. Joy. Jump. Hair. Hope. Dark. Fear. Bliss. Calm. Pure. Fun. And cage. Hi again, Ratha. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, to those wondering what's up with me today, Last night I ate something for supper that really didn't agree with me. And I can still taste it. Oh, fuck. Ah. I would delete all the character files in this game right now just to have my mouth cleaned out. Oh. Ugh. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I know what's in your face. I saw that. Yuri. Thanks for keeping your promise. Thanks for keeping your promise, Ratha. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. You're all in on this. I know you're all in on this. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Oh, but if you don't... Shit, I'm gonna do that again. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Shit. Okay. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Ratha. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no to either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh, if you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Cross out the word accidentally there, maybe? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. I'm imagining now that, like, my character... Like, I can't see my character, of course. I don't have a picture of him, but I'm absolutely imagining that he has, like, I don't know, manga fan tattooed on his forehead or something. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ratha. Consider this a... Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Screw you. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? ... You don't? Oh, that was a great animation. I like how her eyes shifted. That was good. Nice work. Oh, that was perfect. That's a... It's like I'm gonna rewatch that on the... Oh, lovely. Lovely. I love things like that. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Oh, I get it. So, that angry personality hasn't really served you well in real life, has it? Oh, dear. Yeah. Could you not rub it in? Gah. Jeez. Sorry. Humph. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up to them without being all like, Eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face! Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Found this. Okay. That's... I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Okay, oh shit, okay, Everyone in this club has something severely wrong with them, I'm guessing. And, shit. Give me a moment. There we go. Well, yeah. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Okay, like, back up to the part where your dad beats the tar out of you. Maybe something needs to be done about that. I'm just saying. Underscore. ... So. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. ... Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oh, dear. Oh, crud. Return of the corruption. Oh, geez. Natsuki, are you okay? ... Here! Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Ratha. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Well... I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. ... Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Now what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ooh. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Oh, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. ... So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss if she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yep, we've seen this one before. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest! I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people just don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I get it. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thought into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, blah. Ghost Under the Light. I've already read this. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry for having such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ratha. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Hi, Ratha. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Ratha. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Ratha. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha 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 ha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. Okay. First time around, I think my poem might have appealed to Yuri more, and I suspect it's because I was a lot more polysyllabic. I suspect my monosyllabic narrative really went hard to Natsuki this time, which brings me to one question. What the hell does Monica like? And she's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Ha 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 ha! Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Yeah, people do that when they're hungry. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into... No! Malnutrition is a bad thing! Don't dress it up like this. This is horrible. This is utterly horrible. Seriously, I am making 2 meals from now on and bringing them both. Shit! Screw you, Monica. Screw you. Jeez. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident from someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Yeah, so basically... someone's spying on something. Someone. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. So what was the inspiration behind this one? Ah! I suspect that when I asked that, I basically asked, So, what's going on that's fucked up in your life? Jeez. Everyone here has something fucked up. I know it. Sayori was basically died of depression. Slash suicide. Or at least it looks like she did. I'm still not putting it past someone to have killed her. Natsuki has that whole home life thing. Seriously, bring a second lunch. What does Monika have going on? As far as I can tell, Yuri only has the anxiety, but... there might be more. I bet there's more. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's influenced my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is just a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is... cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Ratha did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some... I know what advertisement we need to play right now. You know those Snickers ads that have been coming out recently? Natsuki... And then I give her one and it turns like Snickers and she turns into Sayori or something. Ugh. I'm joking about net malnutrition. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ratha liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Okay, so we've seen this scene before, by the way, and this time, Sayori isn't here to bail us out. I will therefore summon Zombie Sayori from the grave. I'm joking about suicide now. This is what this game has done to me. This is what this game has done to me. I will fuck with it harder. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... Oh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ratha appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh! Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ratha started showing up. Can confirm that never happened. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as if... Fuck this game. You know what? I'm just gonna let the music get faster and faster. Let's see how fast it can go. Come on, speed up. I refuse to click. This is actually some pretty kicking music. I wouldn't mind, like, flying a spaceship to this. Maybe decor it. It's a bit fast. Alright, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? Oh my god! The knife fixation! She had her sleeve rolled back! That's totally her thing! I'm writing this down in the notes. Natsuki, malnourished. And abusive father. Yuri cuts herself. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Ratha hear everything you really think. I'm sure it'll be head over heels for you after this. Ah. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Ratha! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. ... Okay, one sec. I am going to use a superpower I have to catch all that text. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know any... Oh. I have superpowers. Super memory powers, almost as if I'm recording this. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably... Okay, so it did go too fast to read, but... Wow, The thing is, I don't actually agree with either of them. I don't know who the character's going to agree with. I might just roll a die on this one. You know what? No, screw dice. I have coins. Alright. Here's my coin. English, it's Natsuki. Weird other language that I don't know, it's Yuri. Thing is, and I want to make this clear, I disagree with both of them. I think they're both being dumb here. Okay, flipping time. Natsuki it is. Although, and let me make this clear once again, fuck them both. Seriously, fuck them both. You did not just do that, you fucker! Can I click outside? You want me to choose Yuri like you're railroading me. You don't railroad me. I'm riding the Natsuki train all the way to the end now. Damn, yes. You think you can stop me? Ah, thank you, Monica. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Hey, Ratha. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Well, we'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ha ha ha. Actually, Monica, thank you for that. That was nice of you. Thank you for getting me out of this. I wonder if this would have happened no matter who I chose. Like, if I had clicked on Yuri, if it would have gradually zoomed in on her, too. Well, we'll see. Sorry, taking a drink of something with ice in it. Ah ha ha ha! Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? I'm going to write that down on Monica's notes. Not assertive. Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend some time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Dot, dot, dot! She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Ratha, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Dot, dot, dot. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Dot, dot, dot. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Ratha. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but fuck you! Fuck you! Okay, I'm calling it there. Just go back a few seconds. Yep, I'm using my superpowers again. Ah, it's just random stupid text. Alright then. Well, I'm calling it there. Screw this game. I should never have decided to play it. But if you watched that, thanks for watching. According to my live stream feed though, no one watched this, so... Well, I mean, except for early on. Iron Films showed up. Thank you, Iron Films. Outro, outro, outro.